College Algebra, Topic 4.5, Graphing Rational Functions. There are four parts that we'll need to be able to find for a rational function in order to graph it. The first two parts are the x and y-intercepts. The third part is the vertical asymptote, and then fourthly, all the other asymptotes. So first, the x-intercept. The x-intercept is found by taking the numerator, the polynomial in the numerator, setting it equal to 0. Once we set it to equal to 0, we solve for x. So x equals -2. Secondly, we find the y-intercepts. The y-intercepts are found by making all the x's in the rational function 0. So we have 0 plus 2 and 0 minus 1. This will give us -2. So that's our y-intercept. Thirdly, we'll find the vertical asymptotes. The vertical asymptotes are found by taking the polynomial in the denominator, x minus 1, setting it equal to 0 and solving for x. So we get x equals 1. All other asymptotes are found by setting y equal to the long division of x minus 1 divided into x plus 2. Okay, so we have x here, so x divided by x equals 1. So we have 1 here. And then 1 times x is x, 1 times -1 is -1. Change the signs, and we have 3. And 3 no longer simplifies with x. So it's simply y equals 1. Now to graph. Our x-intercept is -2. So it's down right there, it's -2. Y-intercept is -2. Start filling in all our spots. And next, we have a vertical asymptote of x equals 1. There we go, x equals 1. And we have a horizontal, an asymptote y equals 1, that's horizontal. Y equals 1. Okay, next. Now, our graph will follow our asymptote, so it'll either climb down this asymptote or climb up the asymptote. We know that this will climb up because we have to hit these two intercepts and then follow the next asymptote. So let's climb up and follow. On this side, we're either climbing down the asymptote or climbing up the asymptote. Well, we can't climb up the asymptote because to follow the next asymptote, we need x-intercepts. And there are no x-intercepts available here. So we'll climb down and follow the next asymptote through a path that does not need x-intercepts. Okay, number 2. First, let's find the x-intercepts by taking the numerator, setting it equal to 0, and then solving for x. Next, we'll find the y-intercepts. We'll find the y-intercepts by taking all the x's and making them 0. So 0 minus 1 over 0 squared minus 9. Here we'll get 1/9 for the y-intercept. Now for the vertical asymptote. The vertical asymptote we find by taking the polynomial in the denominator and setting it equal to 0 and solving for x. So we'll solve by factoring x squared minus 9 into x plus 3x minus 3, and we'll get two answers, x equals -3 and x equals +3. Finally, my other asymptotes we'll find as y equals by dividing, or using long division, of x squared minus 9 divided into x minus 1. Now, there are no x squared terms here, so we're going to fill in that missing term by putting in 0x squared. Now that we have an x squared term, we can start the division. So 0x squared divided by x equals 0. And that's our first answer. In fact, that's our only answer. So now we have all our pieces. Let's go ahead and graph. The x-intercept is 1, so we'll put that right there. The y-intercept is 1/9. We'll put 1/9 about right here. The vertical asymptote is -3, so let's put in -3 right here. And +3, put that there. And finally, we have a horizontal asymptote of y equals 0. So let's put that right along there. Okay, now let's start with the asymptotes. We're either climbing down this asymptote on this side or climbing up. Since my x-intercepts are here, or my y-intercept is here and here, it's going to be climbing down. And then this is multiplicity 1, so it'll go straight through, and we'll climb down the next asymptote. Okay. Now, on this side, we're either climbing down or climbing up. Right now, since y is at 0, we don't have any x or y intercepts. So what we're going to use is a test point of x equals negative 10. If I put negative 10 in here for x, we will get negative 10. Let's raise that up a little bit. Sorry for that. If I put negative 10 here for x, we'll get negative 10 minus 1, which is negative. Negative 10 squared will be 100 minus 9, that's positive. And a positive divided by a negative is negative. So this portion will be below. So that's complete. Now this side will either be climbing down or climbing up the asymptote. And again, we don't have any intercepts to help us because we have an asymptote of y equals 0. So we're going to use another test point of x equals 10. So let's put x equals 10 here. We get 10 take away 1, which is 9. That's positive. And 100 squared is 10 squared is 100 minus 9 is also positive. So positive divided by positive means positive. So it'll be here. It'll be above here on the positive side.